What's up, guys? Today's podcast is about, well, it doesn't really have a name for this topic. Um, I couldn't sleep right now, and I had some thoughts, and I'm remembering some things about baseball back in the day that I think can be extrapolated from this little story. So I was a catcher in baseball, and I remember like a guy would hit the ball and we'd be on defense. A guy would hit the ball and we try to make a play at first, and maybe the ball went over uh, the first baseman's head or something. It was a bad throw. And we would compound the error by so the guy's going to second and we have no chance to get him out at second, right? So what we should do is just like hit the cutoff man or whatever. Maybe the right fielder picks up the ball, and then what the right fielder should do is like hit the cutoff because we're kids. So the right fielder should hit the cutoff man. But what always end up happening was like he would have make it a compound the error by frantically trying to get him out at second, which had no chance, and make a bad throw. Now the runner's going to third, and there's no chance to get him out at third, and now we're even more upset, and we're trying to throw the ball to third and get him out at third, but we have no chance to get him out at third. We make another bad throw. Next thing you know, the guy's on his way home. And this would happen all the time. Maybe actually that's a bit of an exaggerated example. Um, usually it would be something like a fly ball to center field. We have no chance to get him out at third base. No chance to get a runner out at third, but the center fielder still throws a bomb all the way to third base with no chance to get him out. But instead, we should be giving it to the cutoff man, and in securing, that he doesn't get it home. But when the center fielder throws it to third base from center, as kids, it's like it has no chance of being an accurate throw. It has no chance of the third baseman stopping a very low chance of the third baseman stopping the ball, and a very high chance of the guy on third scoring. Whereas if you just hit the cutoff man, I think you get what I mean. And this would happen a lot, and it would drive me crazy as a catcher because as a catcher, I just felt like I saw everything maybe just better from that position, and I'm the one that gets scored on. I have to watch the guy step on home plate. Um, but this happens in other forms of competition. I have another example where it's like that feels like the same shit. Even today at 36 years old, it feels like the same shit. When I play poker, I'll be playing poker, and uh, so like this happened yesterday. I was playing heads up with this guy, and we both start off with 1,500 chips, right? And I'm playing just standard poker. I'm not playing too aggressive. I'm not playing weak, whatever. And I just kind of can't make a hand. Like I get no really sit. I can't. I don't get the right cards to bluff. I don't get the right. I know if you don't know about poker, but it's good to manage your bluffing frequencies using the right equities and card distributions. But I digress. So I'm not getting the right situations to bluff. I'm not getting any value hands where I can make value bets. And I'm kind of just forced to fold. And forced to fold and forced to fold and forced to fold. And before you know it, I'm down to 1,000 chips. And I kind of felt like a bitch. Like I felt I'm playing so weak. And I thought about it, I'm like, because I didn't make any moves. I'm just folding and folding and folding and folding. And I didn't make any bluffs or anything. And I was like, no, I haven't really had any. I've been playing fine. I just haven't had any situations where I can, you know, have a value hand or a bluff hand. And I'm like, and I can see the guy I'm playing against. He's like just having his way. Like I could tell he's just like, oh, he's just betting more now. He's like, oh, this guy's super weak. I'm just gonna keep betting more. And actually, I wasn't weak. I'm not weak. I'm not a weak player. But he just thought that, and that felt even more humiliating that he thinks he can just bet any two cards. And I was like, no, no, no. I'm gonna stay chill. I'm just gonna. I'm not gonna. And what I would do in the past in this situation was like, okay, I'm gonna fucking take a stand. And no, you got to be patient. You that's not the right way to handle this situation. You have to remain patient. Stick to your ranges, or in that case, in the situation of poker, stick to your ranges. In situation baseball, stick to your fundamentals. Um, it's easy to unravel in those situations. At least a thread or two unravel. I mean, you don't have to go full blown tilt, but I mean, it's easy to have a few a few threads pop out in those situations. In the past, like I've seen, you know what? It was a very common in my poker example. What's a very common thing for people to do is they start like leading. They'll start donk betting a flop or something. Um, Another thing that you'll do is like, okay, well, I've been so weak now. My image is um gonna get a lot of respect when I bluff now. So they make a move with whatever two cards. And actually that can be okay. But I still prefer to just wait for the right cards and the right frequencies and the right fundamental play rather than depending on getting respect in the psychological play. Um I digress. That's it. I think that's it for today. Bye.